Hello, welcome to Connect and Create, the podcast. In today's podcast episode, we have with us a very talented musician, Raffay Zubair. Raffay, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So, please tell us a little bit about your music journey.
Okay, so I started electric guitar playing at the age of 14. I was going to be 15 at that time. And so this happened in 2018, I think, in the beginning of that year.
You were so
And
young.
I had this acoustic guitar in my cupboard, and it was lying there around for 7, 8 years, and I didn't pick it up because I didn't know how to play it, and it was just a strange thing for me. And then just thought of I was just scrolling through YouTube, and just I just found out a cover of K Fire O'Kane. He was playing Linkin Park Numb, fully instrumental cover on electric guitar. So this guy just inspired me to play electric guitar and just gave me feels. So I took out my guitar and I just started to play. And at that time, I had like four strings on the guitar, and I didn't knew anything about it, like the tuning or how many strings a guitar has and what's the standard tuning. So I was like randomly jamming through it and trying to figure out what is this. So then I scrolled up through YouTube how to play guitar, how to do this stuff, how to do that stuff, and I slowly progressed. And at that time I had this acoustic guitar, and I was really into electric guitar. So I didn't have the money to buy an electric guitar at that time. So I had my birthday coming up, and I had like 9,000 rupees on that birthday. So अब 9,000 रुपीज में कोई इलेक्ट्रिक गिटार तो आता नहीं आजकल. तो सो आई मैंने एक स्कीम लगाई. मैंने सोचा कि लेट्स बाय एन एम्प फर्स्ट एंड देन वील बाय एन इलेक्ट्रिक गिटार. So after that, I bought my first amp. And by the way, that was the biggest mistake I made in my journey. I bought an
Really?
amp first.
Yeah, because you had nothing to connect
Yeah.
it to.
So it was just lying there around, and I should have saved money for my electric guitar. So after an year, balki Eid pe I got some more money, and I got some money from my brother and sister too, and I bought my first electric guitar. And then I started playing electric guitar for like 1 month or so, and I really practiced a lot, like 7 to 8 hours a day or something like that. And yeah, that's it. This is how I
That's
begin.
amazing. And it's so amazing that you were so young when you started and you
Yeah.
achieved all the success in such a short amount of time. But then
I
practicing for
won't
six
call it. Sorry, I won't call it success because I'm still not there where I want to be.
so where do you want to be exactly?
Um, I've never thought about that in a broad way, but yeah, I want to be somewhere like in a band, a big band, I guess.
Oh, I see. You are surrounded by a lot of musicians your age. Haven't they ever asked you? Because I've seen you perform at gigs and everything. So have you never thought about joining them, maybe forming a band together?
Uh,
I
basically, uh, basically, the
yeah.
concept, in my opinion, about band is that your chemistries have to match to make a perfect band. So I guess my the chemistry hasn't really matched with someone to form a band. I had one in my school, and I was the rhythm electric guitarist, and it just broke because our chemistry didn't match.
Oh, so what is your genre basically?
My genre is sometimes rock, sometimes metal, sometimes pop. It changes according to my mood.
Interesting. That's very interesting. What do you think? What is the best advice that's ever been given to you?
Well, I think I've never been given an advice.
Really?
Yeah. Basically, I've never met someone like so big or like so famous.
You get your inspiration from watching other musicians on
Yeah,
YouTube, right?
yeah,
And you mentioned that that's how you started. I think it's so amazing that you started watching others from YouTube.
yeah,
You had your inspirations and everything. Now you ended up on YouTube yourself and you have an amazing career there. And you're also monetized, right?
yeah. I'm monetized.
How does that make you feel once you used to just watch other people performing on YouTube and now you're creating your own videos and
Uh,
people get to see you?
well, I think I still feel the same. The way they are famous right now, I still feel young and like, you know, I
Yeah.
still feel the same way. They inspire me, abhi tak, or my inspirations do change a lot.
Why YouTube? Like why did you choose this as your dominant platform?
So basically, my YouTube journey started like my cousin. He made a channel first. His name was Crazy Dudes at that time, I think. So he used to make comedy videos. My father told me to post one cover on his channel. तो आई वाज लाइक कि इनका यूट्यूब चैनल काफ़ी डिफरेंट है और मेरा कंटेंट काफ़ी डिफरेंट है तो ये दोनों मैच नहीं करते तो I thought like I should have a YouTube channel now, and that's how I started my YouTube channel.
Amazing. And you have to be very consistent to get monetized on YouTube.
It
How
was
did you
really
manage?
stressful. It was really stressful. I think last year, yeah, last year, I used to post like two videos every week and record two covers, mix and master two covers, and make videos. It was really stressful, and now I'm just let's do one video a month or something. Jab ban gayi, post kar dunga.
So what's your strategy for do you record these music videos yourself?
Me and my cousin who make this video together.
Do you have any originals coming up?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. So what are your
Yeah.
future plans? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I think maybe in some video making field, or and yeah, guitar won't be my like major. It will be like a hobby, I think.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So, what are your streams of income? I see you have your music on Spotify,
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube.
So I distribute my music through DistroKid. By the way, not sponsored, but I distribute my music through them, and my whole income just comes through that one distributor. And my other source of income is YouTube. So I have these two sources of income right now.
I see. What advice would you give to other aspiring artists? How do they get where you are today? What steps do they have to take?
The biggest advice that I can give is that uh, practice. I've seen people leaving guitar after 2 months and 3 months after getting bored and stuff. And it's because they don't practice and they don't see the results in their playing and they get demotivated. So they just leave the
Absolutely.
guitar. I think I just pushed myself through it and I just practiced and practiced. And I think I need a practice schedule right now too. I'm getting away from my schedule and stuff.
So, do you think that social media plays an important role in your music business? How has it affected it?
Yes, it does. I think my major role is in my journey is through social media because without it, I won't even get discovered by people. And I have to be consistent and like I have to post every a video every once a month to remind people that I'm alive.
In times when you don't really have any new video prepared
Yeah.
on YouTube, do you maybe record a Q&A or something different
Yeah,
to
I do.
interact with
Yeah,
viewers?
I
You
do.
do?
I think that's much easier than recording a 3 minutes cover.
Right. Have you ever faced copyright issues?
To encounter that, I started making my own tracks. Like the cover is the same, their tones are the same, but I just make the backing track myself. And to make that, I just started playing piano too.
Oh, wow. So you
Yeah,
got to put in a lot of work to
yeah, to
make
make a
you.
track.
How you have done a lot of collaborations. Who did you like working with the best?
I think I just did two collaborations. One was with my friend Shariar Najmi. He's in my school, and one was with Alishpa Ghazi. And I think I enjoyed the most with the drummer, obviously.
Or she's very talented.
Yeah,
Were there any obstacles that you faced in your music career?
I think my major obstacle was that the demotivation factor.
How do you motivate yourself? How do you give yourself that push?
Through watching YouTube videos, I think my recent inspiration is Tom Morello, and whenever I see his solo, I just get pumped up and I pick up the guitar and I play it. So he's my recent inspiration.
And if you weren't playing the guitar, what would you be doing?
Oh, that's a difficult question. I think I would be nothing then. I would
Really?
just be studying and going on with my life, and an antisocial person because I just don't like hanging out with people a lot. But uh, with this, I think that built up the confidence to interact with other people and stuff. My first performance was really like bad though.
That's what everyone says, but I'm sure it went better than you think.
The only person who got disqualified was me.
Why is that?
Because I think I just started playing guitar and I went to a competition, and I've never been on a stage at that time, and that was
Mhm.
literally the first platform that I've ever been to, and my just my hands started to shiver on stage. So I
Oh,
was like, what to do now? But I kept on playing and going through it. So I got disqualified though.
oh no. Could you give some tips to our listeners on how to overcome their fears and become confident with their music?
Yeah, in the beginning, I think the best tip I can ever give is that just ignore what it just ignore the audience that you're performing in front of, because that's the only pressure you'll ever encounter in front of while performing. I mean, so just ignore
Mhm.
them and play like you're playing in a room by yourself.
That's really nice. What do you think about the Pakistani music industry?
I think there are very, very, very talented people in our Pakistani music industry, and I would love to collaborate with them all at once.
All at once.
Yeah,
We that would be a viral video.
yeah.
So a big part of having a YouTube channel is knowing how to deal with the hate comments that you get. How has that been for you? And what advice would you give others?
So basically, मैं Eastern covers करता हूँ YouTube पे because they get more views, and
Mhm.
by Eastern covers you, that means you will have Indian fans. So there are some people who like talk about the Pakistan and India borders and stuff like that, and there are some fans that will like fans कह रहा हूँ, people. There are people like who will taunt you for your playing and stuff. So I got a lot of hate on my one video that was Bekhali, because that's the only video that has the highest views on my YouTube channel. So I just started getting hate one day, and it was like a huge burden for me. So what I did was that I started telling it to my cousin, and I was like कि क्या करना चाहिए, इस तरह मुझे लोग कह रहे हैं, or should I delete my YouTube channel and stuff. So he was like कि YouTube के comments अपने जो notification है ना वो बंद कर दो. तो I did that. मैंने YouTube के notifications बंद कर दिए, and after that I didn't even care who comments on my videos, who dislikes my videos, and I just replied to the few comments that are in the beginning, because I have to engage with the audience sometimes. So I just do that in the beginning of my videos, like in the first 24 hours.
I see. Do you have your comments off for every single video, or was it just that one?
No, my YouTube notifications were off, but my comments are always on. I just don't see them or get notified that I am getting any comment.
Yes, but with a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, you also get a lot of hate.
Yeah.
The more views you have, the more hate you get at the same time,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
And people hate for no reason. I think they will hate if you have a good video up that just gives them motive as well.
I think it's better to give an advice rather than a hate comment, because that will only make you improve yourself, and the hate comment will demotivate you.
Yeah, but it shouldn't bother you, because at the end of the day, you are making money, you're putting yourself out there while they're
Exactly. I'm getting a view. I'm getting a monetized paid ad.
The hate comments is actually, increasing your engagement for that.
Exactly. They
So
just
they're
see the whole video and comment about it, and my audience retention is growing.
Exactly. So thank God for haters as well.
Yeah.
Finally, what advice would you give to your fans and to our listeners?
I would just like to say that what you're doing is great, and just don't think what people say. Do what you're doing and think that you're doing it great, because that's the only thing that you're good at, and just keep on doing it. Go with the flow.
Very true. So thank you so much, Raffay, for taking out the time to join us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next episode.